topic that we are going to see today is searching and sorting. First, we will see the searching techniques. Okay, the searching techniques. In searching techniques, we are having two searching techniques: linear search and binary search. Now, what happens in linear search? If we want to find some element, let x, we will compare this in each and every element of array one by one. So if there are n elements, then the complexity of a linear search is order of n, because at least one for loop will be iterated. So the time complexity of linear search is order of n. In binary search, we apply binary search on a sorted array. Sorted array might be in ascending order, probably in ascending order, which is an integer type or a character type. So we apply binary search on a sorted array. Okay. Now what is the logic of binary search is, if you are having an element which is in a sorted form, then we will calculate the mid of that array and we will compare this x element with the middle element. If the x is equal, then we will found the index. Else, if x is less than the mid element, if x is less than mid element, then we will search for the remaining half part of an array. If x is greater than the middle element, then we will search for the other half of an array. So the complexity of a binary search is order of log n plus 1. So, but the drawback of binary search is that the array should be sorted, while in linear search their array might not be in a sorted form, but the time complexity is order of n. So these are the two searching techniques, linear search and binary search, most of the time applied on array data structure. The next is sorting techniques. So first we will draw a table for a sorting techniques, because most of the time the question asked in a GATE or a competitive examination is the complexity of the sorting algorithms. The sorting techniques have average, best and worst case complexity. So we are going to consider here average and worst case complexity. So we will start with insertion sort, bubble sort and selection sort. All these three sort, the average case as well as worst case complexity is order of n square. All the three sort, the order of the average as well as worst case complexity is order of n square. Then after that we are having quick sort and radix sort. The worst case of quick sort and radix sort is order of n square, whereas the worst case complexity is n square and average case is n log n. The best one is our merge sort, which is having average as well as worst case complexity as n log n. You have to remember this table because most of the time the question is asked based on complexity. You have to remember the merge sort is the best one because average as well as the worst case complexity is n log n, whereas the average case complexity of quick sort and radix sort is n log n. All the other are having complexity of order of n square. Now let us see the concept of all this sort or the logic of this sort. First we will see the bubble sort. In bubble sort, let us consider that we are having an array which is having element 44, 33, 55 and 22. Now bubble sort require total n number of passes, or we can say n minus 1 number of passes. Now what happen over here, we will compare two elements, and if the first one is greater than the second one, we will swap this element. In next iteration we will compare this, as they are already in a sorted form, we will not swap. Next we will compare 55 and 22, and as 22 is smaller one, it gets swapped. So this becomes your first pass. In second pass again we will compare this one, and whenever we need, we will swap the less and the. In the third pass we will do the swapping for 22, 33, 44 and 55. So there are n minus 1 passes. N is a number of elements. Here we are having 4 elements, so we require pass 1, pass 2 and pass 3. In each pass there are 3 iterations, and that's why the complexity becomes n square, because there are 3 to 4 passes, as well as in pass there are 2 to 3 iterations. So this is about bubbles. Now next is selection sort. In selection sort we will first find the minimum element. With possibility is there that we will run a separate function called find mean to find out the minimum among the array. Once we have found the minimum element, we will swap it to the first position. Next, from a remaining array, we will find the next smallest element and place it in a second position. In third iteration, we will find the smallest element from the remaining one and swap it to the third position. So here also the number of passes required is 1, 2 and 3. So that's why the complexity is n square. The next sort is insertion sort. Now what happen in an insertion sort? Again we are having 3 elements, 44, 33, 55 and 22. It will compare the element, and whenever it finds the smallest element, it will insert it. For example, if we consider this, it will insert 33 at the beginning of the list. Then it will see that there is a 22 which is lesser, so it will insert 22 at the beginning of an array. So this is how insertion sort will work. It will see whether the element is less or greater, and it will insert at the beginning, not middle or ending. It will always insert the element at the beginning. That is the insertion sort. Next is quick sort. Now in quick sort, what we have done, we have to find out the pivot element. For example, if this is our array, we will consider our first element as a pivot element, and we will find from right to left the smaller element than our pivot element. And whenever we find the smaller element than our pivot element, we will swap that element with it. The next iteration, we will go from left to right, and we will find the greater element than our pivot element. And whenever we find the greater element than our pivot element, we will swap with it. For example, in first swap, we will swap it with 22 and 44, because when we are going from right to left, 22 is smaller than 40. When we go from left to right, we will find a element which is greater than our pivot element, which is 55. So 44 exactly got its position. Now 44 is placed, that is our pivot element. So our list get divided into two parts. The same procedure will be applied for this list as well as this list. Again we will consider 22 as a pivot element, and we will go from left to right and right to left, and so on. The worst case complexity of a quick sort is order of n square, and the average case is n log. Next is our merge sort. What happened in merge sort, that we are suppose having the 4 element, or suppose we are having 6 element. Then we will divide it into a pair of 2 and we will sort this. If we sort this, we will come to know that 33, 44, 11, 55, 22, 66. Next we will merge this and this. We will get 33 and so on. And lastly we will merge these two and we will get the final answer 11, 22, 33, 44, 55 and 66. The merge case in merge sort, the worst case as well as the average case time complexity is n log n. And this is the logic of it. First we do the pairs, then quadruples, and then the merging is done. This is the merge sort. The last one is our radix sort. The radix sort based on the unit place, tens place and 100 place method. For example, if I am having 11, 22 and 30t. So on the basis of unit place, it will be sorted as 11, 22 and 30t. Then next iteration, the tens place value will be taken and it will be again sorted as 11, 22 and 30t. The worst case complexity of a radix sort is order of n square and the average case is n log